whoever's in that house out.
Yo, back up!
I think we're gonna bust this window.
No, hold on, watch out.
That thing won't open.
Anybody in the house?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 15, 16. Welcome back to the next episode of Big Whoop. I just wanted to say right out of the gate, it's Cinco de Mayo, and it's also Taco Tuesday. I've had two people realize this. One was my sister, who is old enough to realize that, and then the other is a 7-year-old that I know. He realized it. So, you know, that's crazy. It's Happy Cinco de Mayo and Taco Tuesday. And we always like that, right? We like that. We like when two things come together. And then we like when they're acknowledged, when they're celebrated, when they're, excuse me. When it's, no, that's cool. When things can coexist and they're kind of sympathetic with themselves. So obviously had to celebrate. That's so cool. Thank you so much for joining. We're gonna have some fun today. Excuse me. Sorry about that. There we go. Jeez Louise. Taco Tuesday, right? So thank you. Yeah. Welcome. I'm glad that everybody is doing well. And if you're not doing well, don't let me know. Don't let me know. Don't tell me about it. Because I had a migraine earlier and I know all about suffering. I know all about the lowest one can get in this world. So, you know, sorry, but my shoulders are a little full right now. So, you know, hope you're doing well. Hope everybody out there is thriving and not just surviving. And I hope my story last week made sense. I was telling a story about the guy in Jewel who bumped into me. And I was thinking, I was like, did I explain that well? How am I looking? Am I looking chiseled? Am I looking nice? Am I looking thin? In my Tim Dillon sunglasses? So I'm hoping that story made sense. I have no clue if it did. I don't even know if I conveyed it in a way that was funny. But it was funny to me, and I hope it was funny to you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining. Oh my gosh, you scared me. No, it's just me. What is this guy? Want to come in? Good to see you. Sitting here talking to nobody. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. My hand. Well, there's nobody in here. Yeah.
That's a sweet little setup.
Yeah, I gotta rock it out. Release them on Tuesday, so like. I have to be honest with you guys. I have to be honest with you guys and not with him. I do not know that gentleman's name. I do not know that gentleman's name. So that was unscripted. He's doing well in his finals. He's normally getting straight A's. I know I didn't get him on camera, but there was a guy just outside the door, and he looked in, and I just had a full conversation. I have met him before. I'm confident. But that gentleman is doing well, and he's doing his finals. This is finals week. And good for him. Good for him. You know, that's all I can say about him, because that's all I know about him, unfortunately. So anyway, had a migraine earlier, but thanks for your concern. Oh, somebody just commented, just do the show. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so welcome to the show. Welcome to episode however I just said that. Episode 15. It is good to be with you, recorded here at Judson University down in the Darkroom Studios. And thank you. Thank you as always for I like starting that way. I like starting with a little bit of gratitude, with a little bit of acknowledging that I know. It's like one of those I know, I want you guys to know that I know that you're watching and giving of your time. So thank you so much for joining. If you are watching on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Rumble, Tumblr, Nordstrom Rack, IKEA. If you are watching on Goobler, on Gobbler, on Glizzer, on Smoogly, on Hamburger Helper, on Door Hinge, if you are on Hinge, if you are hit me up. Any way that you're watching this, thank you so much. Please hit the follow button, hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think about the production, and I appreciate you being here. That's what I'm trying to say. So welcome. Anyways, yes. What did we think of the Met Gala? Is that what this should just be? Should this just be a full-fledged culture podcast? I'm not giving up on politics, but I'm just kind of like, I don't know, man. I'm just kind of tired of it. I'm just kind of, and news is different from politics, but it's like, if you convey the news, then, move the table. I don't know if the shot is still lined up. If you convey the news, then an opinion comes along with it, right? And you're like, well, there's some things out there that are unbiased. And yeah, I guess maybe there's a few, but I don't know. News, politics, it's politicking me off. Joke from Nathaniel DeLong, everybody. I got to give credit where credit's due. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. I'm like, is this still, pardon me while this table is loose. Do I do news? Do I do politics? Or do I almost go into like just cultural stuff? So yeah, I have a special guest coming on later. It's going to be an electronic guest, and we'll try it to the best of my ability. And we'll see what he has to say. I think there's a lot of things that are unknown these days. And if you're able to find a source that you can trust, can lean on, well, that's a really valuable thing. So I think I have found that. I'm going to see if if he works, if he's available. I don't know exactly, the terminology, but I'm
a little lost. You from here?
Do what?
You from here?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm trying to find out how to get to Michigan City. Do you know how I would get there?
Take the main road here.
Uh-huh.
There's a bridge up ahead.
Uh-huh.
Just to the left of the courthouse.
Dry as can be. I don't know if I waited too long or what, but dry as can be on the burger. For everybody that is listening on audio, move over to video. Like I always say, about 50% of this is visual. 50% of the quality here. You're missing out. So then audio, people, I was talking about Taco Tuesday. I'm eating a Culver's burger. I took one bite, and that was already enough because it was like fighting me as it went down. Pause. So, it's just kind of dry. And, so the audio people. Hope everything has kind of been up to snuff with you guys. I like the live production a couple of weeks ago. I'm actually kind of, to be honest with you, I would like to do that more often, but I'm actually also pitching an idea for a higher production. Something that's different, not changing this per se, although maybe it would be inadvertently affected, but there's kind of something in the works that I need to, I'll keep it a secret, but it'll be cool. It'll actually be like possibly a real-ish production. And that's live, and that is maybe once a week to start or a couple of times a week to start, and then, hopefully build some momentum to do it more frequently. But I don't know, that's very vague, and that's kind of a tease for something that's coming up, but I got to work on that. I don't know about this. This hat is killing me, and now I can't take it off because there's a line here, and you see that? Jeez Louise, I think it dug into my forehead. This is a fabulous hat. I love the hat, but it's really gripping me. It's a one size fits most. They always used to say one size fits all. Remember that? And then they changed it to one size fits most because because of changing customer behaviors. Oh yeah, so the hat hurts a little bit. But yeah, so that's something exciting coming up. I'm kind of pitching that idea on Friday, and we'll see how that goes. So special guest coming up later. And yeah, let's see if I have anything else. Oh yeah. Let me hit a couple more house warming items. Hit me up, bigwhoopshow@gmail.com if you have anything to add to the show. Let me actually see. Let me check that email real quick. I'm always talking about it, but I don't know if I check it. Bigwhoopshow@gmail.com. Let's see. I have tons of emails. Isn't that crazy? Like, you make an email that is for like the Fritz. It's on like the Fringe. It's on the Fringe. And all of a sudden you have just tons of emails still that just, look at these. They're from TikTok, from YouTube, TikTok, Google. Holy cow. So no, I don't think I have any actual emails. So anyway, if you have something to add to the show, please email bigwhoopshow@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you. So I don't know if you guys saw this. This is always something that people talk about, and then they're like, oh, I'm not wearing the sunglasses because of what's it called when you're half blind? A migraine. I just want to wear them. I want to change it up. So I don't know if you guys heard about this. They're talking about implementing every new car in the U.S. will be required by law to have tech that puts constant surveillance on the driver by 2027. AI in your car will determine if you're sober and fit to drive, automatically turning off the vehicle if it determines you're a danger on the road. And I just, same with like the, I really am hungry. I will eat that later. Maybe I waited too long on the burger. Very dry. These are always things that like your mom and your grandmother and your uncle and everybody warn you about. They're like, they're going to flip off the vehicles. And you're like, I'll flip you off. And they're like, no, I mean like flip the power off on the vehicle. Credit where credit is due to people that are ahead of their time. A lot of the rumors, I know I say this often, but a lot of the conspiracies, if you want to call them, even though it's like a word that shouldn't be taken fully seriously. A lot of the rumors are kind of coming true. So here's another one. They're talking about if you're not physically fit to drive, the car will not allow you to drive, which is nuts. Now, you as like a charitable, good person might be like, well, I could think of a couple of scenarios where that might be good. And okay, I agree with you. There's kind of a couple scenarios where it could be good. Like if you're drunk and people are like, people shouldn't be driving drunk. Yeah, I get it. I think it's our duty as Americans to think about the worst ways that things can be used against us. Because if I was pitching something to you that I really want to use, but I know isn't the best for you or your freedom, I would want you to see the positives. Be like, no, you're going to want this because it's going to make the road safer. And you're like, and then I'm like, no, but think about the ways it can help you. If you're if you're going to be harming somebody else, and then you're like, oh, I kind of see it. And then you go back home, I go back home, and I'm like, yeah, I got him on board. I made him buy into it because I sold them the positives. And now all of a sudden it's, 25 years later, and we have to take our shoes and belt and everything off at the airport. So here's what I'm thinking. If this falls one more time, if this battle above the clouds falls one more time, I'm going to lose it. I think, call me conspiratorial or something, if you can label me that. But I think it's our duty as Americans, as free-thinking people, to hear something and then don't think of like, well, give them the benefit of the doubt right away. Well, maybe they meant it like this. Well, it could be good. No, immediately you got to drop that. You got to think, how is this going to be used against me? You got to see the red flags. And not only it's not enough to just see the obvious red flags. You have to imagine the red flags too, because then that's thinking down the road. You got to be thinking 5 or 10 years down the road. So if you're not like immediately put off by something like this, or like, yeah, they're wiretapping everything there, well, maybe it is for our safety or national security, in the name of like the cowboy spirit, push off the feeling of giving people in charge the benefit of the doubt that it's for, that it's really for your safety. Think of the ways where it could maybe infringe, where it could start to infringe. That's just a rant. I'm so glad that came right after. I'm going to avoid politics, but I don't even know if that is politics. It's not picking a side. It's just kind of thinking as a person. So I don't know, but that's kind of funny. So yeah, I don't know. So this apparently would pick up on the body frame that you have. Now it's kind of, the pictures that they show, they kind of have that thing that I take offense to, because they're like, I think they're making fun of me, or it's like the dots with the lines to each joint, to each point, where it's like the graph of somebody. And I take that personally, because some of us look kind of like that. So not sure if they're doing it intentionally, but slim people's body rights matter too. And my culture is not your appropriation, or however you say that. So they got these people with, what do you mean these people? They got you people with these dots and lines all over their bodies. And if your posture is not right, or if you see, or they're reading your eyes, like Teslas do that, they see if your eyes are closed. So the technology is already there. We're already years and years into this. Sorry, should have called it before. But now we're years into it, and they're saying, okay, if we can read bodies, you have to fit a certain criteria in order to operate your car. So I don't know. I don't like that. I really... God tells me what to do. And the people in my life that can tell me what to do. But I don't, it's not even like American. It's just as a person, like, I don't know. I don't like more covering. I don't like more monitor. I don't like more blankets put on me. I don't like more weighted blankets put on me. So now there's some real ways that this could backfire. I mean, like if you are stressed or anxious, that's one of those gray areas, because it's like, well, they're too stressed to drive. It's a danger to other people. All right, give me a break. That's overreach, I think. But honestly, here's how else it could go, is like if your wife is in labor and you're like, oh my gosh, if you're freaking out, then you sit behind the wheel and you're like, I got to drive you to the hospital. And the car goes, beep, 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 beep. Unable to drive. High stress. Detected. You're not locked in, Chief. Detected. And you're like, go, 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 I need to drive. And you're stepping on the thing and it's just not going. And, you know, Heaven is moving in the car, in the seat behind you because she's giving birth, you know, and it's like, go. And they're like, you are not fit to operate on the road. So there's any number of ways. You know, it could be a car accident. It could just be you really are rushing to get somewhere because it doesn't even have to be life or death. It can just be preferential. So that's my non-political take on that issue. Yeah, thanks for joining the show. I hope that you're seeing these. Okay, so this is so funny. Shout out to Abby. Do I know Abby's last name?
You say, come back to it. Absolutely not. But we are two. Hey, look to the bar. Hey, cherries to your heart. Hey.
I met her and she sent this to me. They're speed running Scientology. Have you heard about this? They are out there speed running Scientology. Now, what you might think is that means like, oh, they're quickly going through the course, Scientology's course, like their pamphlet, their course, their training, and they're speed running it. They want to speed run a game. You know, some people would like play old games and they're like, well, can you speed run Zelda or something? That isn't this. These are kids who are banging on the Scientology doors and getting in and then just speed running it. They're running through the facilities and they're just like causing a scene. And I don't know if it's illegal. It can't be legal, right? It can't be legal to like force your way onto a property and then run it, but it keeps happening. And I think it's the same people doing it. And how are they not in jail? I'm glad they're not. But it is so funny because they're pulling on the doors. They're pulling on the doors. I'll try to find a clip and have it here. And they're breaking the doors open and there's guards, you know, Scientology, very odd. And there's people all standing there and they're like, hey, and then these guys will just like run all the way to the back, look in rooms. They'll go, 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 run, 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 run. And they're running through it. They're like taking pamphlets too. And I've seen a few that are like pushing stands down and stuff like that. So that's got to be illegal. Like you can't do that. You couldn't go into somebody's business and do that. House or do that. And then they're just running back out and running away. And so that's what I mean. People are speed running Scientology. Now, the funniest thing is now the teams are changing. The crews are changing. I've seen a couple that are like midgets or dwarfs. I don't know, whatever. And so they're saying dwarf or midget run, midget speed running Scientology. And it's the same like guys, I think. And they're ripping the doors open because they're trying to hold them closed on the other side. And then there's like 8 of these small people and they're just running through. And then I saw one where it was like Gru and minions, but those weren't small people. They were regular people. And then there was one with homeless people. It is so funny. You got to check this out. Speed running Scientology. I think I have a clip, or do I not? No, that's from last week. I don't know if this is it. Oh no, that's something else. So look it up if you can. I mean, here, I'll just look it up. Speed running Scientology video. All right, check this out. This is funny. Over 20 little people did the Scientology. Oh, so maybe that's how you say it. Over 20 little people did the Scientology speed run, and this is what it looked like. Dude, check this out. This is so funny.
Today, me and my friends are raiding the church of Scientology. Yeah!
Release the files.
Let's go! Let's go! Woo! Where's Dino? Jesus is king, baby! Go! Let's find Dino! They go in the building. Go!
I'm gonna find out where you guys live, and I'm gonna go to your house.
That is so funny. Over 20 little people.
Me and my friends are raiding the...
Okay, here's a different one. I wonder, isn't there a homeless one? Dude, this is insane. May 2nd, 3 days ago, massive group of kids in Canada speedrun Scientology. I love these guys, these kids. All right, well, oh, there we go, okay. Speedrunning Scientology.
Okay.
Dude, that's crazy. How many people were in that crowd? It's like 50 people.
Okay.
Dude, that's crazy. I'm bad at estimating things. That's not 50 people. Dude, that's insane. All right, so they're not even getting into the building. Basically, for everybody on audio, you're just listening to a song. Dude, what you got to understand is like people, kids. I shouldn't say people. Everybody younger than me just does not care anymore. Obviously, some people do. That's, you know, that's, I'm not saying everybody literally doesn't care anymore, but like that's crazy. Can you imagine any other generation doing that? No, totally not. New trend sees Gen Z folks speedrunning Scientology buildings to see how far they can get inside before they're kicked out. Scientology raid with Jesus. Dude, that's what you got to understand about these cats. That's what you got to understand. That's what I've been trying to say. That's what I've been trying to say for like a few episodes. Is you don't realize how different, maybe you do. I'm done with the disclaimers and the clarifications. You don't realize how different these kids are. I keep saying they're decided. It's like they know they're about their business and they're doing something about it. These aren't just like kind of aimless kids. They've gotten a different taste of the world and they go, okay, I'm doing something about it. So it's very interesting. Really, you can't imagine a different generation doing this. Let's see. This will be the last one. Scientology raid with Jesus. All right, this is on the Walk of Fame. Dude, they're ripping these doors open. Why can't they lock them? All these scenes are always like they're holding it from the other side.
Market, they're gonna do this. Market, they're gonna do this. Let's go! Go! The stairs are right there. The stairs are right here. The stairs are right
And if you can't see this,
go.
some of these cats are wearing Halloween costumes, but like alien costumes, you know, the one where it's like holding you. And there's a pink shiesty mask and a hot dog outfit.
Go.
Dude, they're just running everywhere.
Dare Market, dare this to do this. Let's go!
Now they're going up to the top. Is that Dan Bongino? Dude, Dan Bongino is in the stairwell. Look at this. Dan Bongino's wrestling Jesus? Oh, it's getting serious now. The music stopped. Dude, when they cut the music on these things, it like actually becomes terrifying. Dude, that's not an intimidating guy. That's a scary looking guy. Not this guy. Oh, look at the eyes, man. Oh. That's crazy. And I love it. I love it. I love it. So that's something that's fun that's going on. I saw a skit. It was so funny. Somebody was doing like a mock version of this, and they go speed running Palantir headquarters, and they ran through, and they look inside like the glass, conference rooms where like 10 people can sit at a long table, and they're just lined up one after the other, and they run through, and it's like surveillance videos of each person's house and like world takeover plans. So that was really funny. That was funny. I think I have Palantir stock, but that was funny to see. And I don't know if I like the idea of like, if I was to start a company, right? Let's say it was an AI tech data gathering business. I don't know if I would pick the name of the one thing in Lord of the Rings that was used to connect all the bad guys. Used by the master of the bad guys to have access to the world and in different places. And it was only used by the villains, and then when the good guys used it, it backfired. It's like, that's what you chose to name your business? Now, their stock is phenomenal, or it has been phenomenal, or whatever. But yeah, so that was a funny skit. They were somebody did a fake speed run of Palantir, and it showed like world domination plans that they were talking about. And so yeah, so that was, played it again. Hold on. I got to send this to myself. Something that happened. Let's get into some fun stuff. Something happened 2 nights ago. I was at home. I was playing Warzone with the fellas, and I'm good, but I'm like not. I think the challenge in life is to always be good in the bracket you're in, because whether it's a low bracket, it can be discouraging to be like, oh shoot, I thought I was good. Turns out I'm just the best in a low bracket. It turns out, to go back to this, I'm just the tallest in the midget circle, in the little people circle. Or if you're at the top, you have to zoom out and you'd be like, holy cow, I'm not doing that well, but I'm still low in the top echelon of people. So I'm playing Warzone. I think that I'm pretty good. I die a lot, but I do get some kills. And so I'm like, whenever I'm feeling myself and I'm like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. Okay. All right. Nice job, me. And then I'm like, or am I just in the middle? Am I just like at the 40% skill level and I'm just kind of decent there? So anyway, I was playing Warzone, and I get a FaceTime call from Grayson, and Grayson was on the live stream a couple weeks back. And it was right as we were ending our final game. And it was so funny. And it was like, honestly, it was like midnight. And I'm like, dude, what's going on? And he's outside the building and he's showing me my windows. And I'm like, where are you? Are you right outside? And so he was there with 3 other people, and they were on bikes in downtown Elgin at like 12:30 at night. Is that 0 dark 30? What time is 0 dark 30? Zero dark thirsty is what I typed in. Between midnight and dawn. 0 dark 30 is military slang generally referring to an unspecified, unpleasantly early time in the morning, usually between midnight and dawn, while it often implies 12:30 a.m. Yeah. It's frequently used to describe any time before sunrise, such as 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. All right. Okay, well, anyway, it was 0 dark 30, actually, quite literally. And they're like, yeah, we're right outside. I'm like, go home. First of all, I got worried about him. I'm like, that's crazy. Because I actually kind of got robbed years ago. It was the most pleasant. I was robbed in the nicest way. And I should tell that story. But anyways, a couple of nights ago, and I go, dude, what's going on? And he's like, we're biking through Elgin. So I went downstairs in my sweats, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? And we were chumming it up. And they go, hey, you want to get a slice of pizza? And I'm like, dude, I don't think anything's open. And they're like, well, Danny's Pizza, and which shout out to Danny Dowd. And I go, I think they're closed too. So I go back upstairs, I change, I get my electric scooter. Thing's dead, almost. Thing's like 20%.
This is not real.
Battery left. Anyway, I go back downstairs, and we're zooming around Elgin. We end up going to the one place that's open. Even Domino's was closed, and it's Burger King. And I think they're open 24/7. And so we're on bikes and my scooter, and we go through the drive-thru. And Gavin, who also was there, it was Gavin, Grayson, Braden, and I want to say Andrew. He was a very nice guy. Shoot. He was a good guy. It was late at night, and I just met him, and now I forgot. So Gavin's like, hey, let's all stand up by the drive-thru thing so the wait registers. I'm like, oh, that's a smart idea. They didn't do that, so that was interesting. I was just with Braden, I think, in front of the speaker, and so then we go up to the window, and I'm like, dude, we got to play this exactly right. First of all, we are the most non-violent looking group of people ever. And, we're knocking on the drive-through window, and there's a homeless person right there, or unhoused, or, on the streets. And she came up, and I think she got free food. Maybe. I don't want anybody to get in trouble at Burger King. But it kind of looked like that, and I was like, respect. So we're knocking on the window, and we're smiling, and there's 5 of us. And I'm like, no, you guys back up. Just 1 or 2 of us. Because even a lot of the nicest looking people is still intimidating. So we're like, ding, 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 knocking on the window. She comes over. She's very pleasant. She's like, oh, yeah, what can I get you guys? And I'm like, are you sure this is? So, yeah, we got some fries, and we got a couple of shakes or something. And it's the beginning of their finals week. So this was like a cool thing for them. And it was a very cool thing for me. It really was. And I was cracking up. I was loving it. And so we sat outside of the Burger King in Elgin, like it was summer of 2006, with our bikes, dropped them on the grass, sitting on the grass, talking, having some snacks, and it was fabulous. And at the same time, I was like, dude, please, legitimately, don't ever do this again. Like, don't come out here this late. And then I gave credit where credit's due. I think Elgin has been different over the last bunch of years. So that was a blast. And then he had the JBL on the way back. 1738. No, what was the song? I'm like, what's up, hello? I ain't never let it go. So then they dropped me off at my place, and they took the bike path back. And I kept my phone on me because I didn't know what bike path that is. Turns out I kind of know what it is because I would longboard it. But I kept my phone on me because I'm like, dude, if this is 1 a.m., it was like 1:30 a.m., almost 2 o'clock. And I'm like, I'm hopping in that thing, and I'm meeting them if somebody gets hurt or something. So that was really nice. That was fun, and I was honored. Honestly, it was cool to see that. So that's a little bit into my world. And somebody recommended that I wear. Oh, Hodge, who I yelled banging cons, which is a Warzone reference. Doesn't mean anything else. It means there's recons in the game. Excuse me. And so you have to like knock those out. You have to do them. You have to like go there, accept the mission, and then you get intel on the map. So just a clarifying thing for 2 weeks prior. But that was fun. That was a cool night. I should have taken more pictures. We talked about some good things. Honestly, I didn't make it to church that morning. Oh, it was Sunday night. And so that was nice. It was actually, like a sprinkling of church that I'd missed. So, good fellas. Not the movie. They are good guys. I have some... How do you reheat Culver's? Even when it's cold, it's tasty. Dropped all that money at Culver's. And now it's cold. Cold and dry. So, we'll see what happens. Here is a couple of packages from Amazon. I'll do... so somebody Hodge recommended, that's why I was talking about Warzone, that I should wear those Meta glasses. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I don't like that. Fine. But they're like, there's a few interactions that you could have just shown the footage of instead of poorly retelling it. And I'm like, ouch, you got me though. That's probably accurate. And so I think I'll do that. Honestly, I might sometimes, because I do have this, orbit of interacting with people, and it's like, it's worth footage. And I remember working before, Jesse and Aaron and I would always say, like, Brothers Field could have a show or something. But it would be more, it's like, no, we don't have to plan anything. You just have to capture what already happens. So I might do that, and then, do like a timestamp. I don't know if you can do that, or take a screenshot on my phone and then drop the footage in here. So we'll see how that goes. This is an Amazon haul. I had to pick this up. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things my mom got for me. And sorry if this is loud. Measuring tape. Measuring tape. What do you do with unboxing? Do you actually take the whole thing out? Anyway, I hope my car doesn't get shut down in the future. I hope my Toyota Tundra, which I specifically chose when they were doing the V8 engines before they stopped, I have to take good care of that thing, but it will get me very far, and I want to keep that thing until it, is in the dirt, because I crashed my F-150 2 Novembers ago. Well, I got a couple of stories here I could tell, and here I am just opening Amazon packages, huh? Good content. I don't want a new car, because sometimes, like, if I'm in the car, I just don't look good, or my eyes are half open, and I'm like, I gotta wear sunglasses on the podcast, or my posture isn't great. So if it's like, no, too ugly today, or if it's like, too dehydrated, you look too dehydrated, can't get there, sorry. And then I don't have a job. Who's paying my bills? Thanks, little tech. So this is there's medication for that, Dave. There's medication for that. That is a Don Rickles. He did that with Dave Letterman. Okay, so this is measuring tape, and it's because Roman and I, love of my life, he and I went to a furniture store, and I put a bunch of things in a cart because I needed I still do, I need a couch. And I get in there, and I go, oh, crap, Roman. And he's like, what? What, Bradley? And I go, dude, I didn't even measure the area. I have no clue what we're looking at here. So I have like 6 things in a cart, and I didn't have a measuring tape, so I have to go back to where I live, also called home, but it's not a home. The average home price is like $42 these days for first-time buyers. Good. And I have to measure and then look at the descriptions of the couches and pick anyway, you don't care. What's next here? All right, next Amazon package. I feel like this is kind of like a live stream activity to do. Whoa! Rainbow shower curtain. This is from my mom? What's she trying to say? Something about me or about her? Amazur bath? Amazur bath? What is that? Is that like Amazon's Bed Bath & Beyond company? Amazur bath. Oh, it could be a Mazer. No chemical order, non-toxic, waterproof, no PVC. Design the bathroom you deserve. What is this? So she got me a shower. So it's not rainbow colored. It's greenish. Okay, well, hey, I appreciate it from my mom. That is probably about time I got a new shower curtain. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Last one here. And then we'll kind of round third on this, on whatever this is. Oh, I know what this is. You're gonna love this. Holy smokes. I know exactly what this is. I'm really glad I'm doing this here. Live on the pod. I think if you put water in the microwave, it can rehydrate things. So maybe that's how I'll heat up my Culvers. You're gonna love this. Yeah. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Paper and Sharpies. Huh? No story to it. Just paper and Sharpies. What did I say? I said if it fell one more time, I was going to find the nearest cliff and take a picture of it. I do not know what I'm doing. I'm kidding, of course. I'm trying my best, and this is what it's become. I don't know if I'm losing my mind. I don't know if the guardrails are off, and they shouldn't be. Maybe they should be put back on. Maybe the bumpers should be put back on because this isn't a proper production. But if everything pans out, that will be coming. So maybe this is just the more loose situation. Yeah, so that's kind of my Amazon haul. Masking tape, copy paper, printer paper, Sharpies, just a whole bunch of Sharpies, and a shower curtain from my mom. And a tape measure. Let me do this actually. Let me see. Why did she send that to me? Let me call her. I would love if, like, by the end of this, I'm just up in the screen because the table keeps sliding forward on the wheels. And I don't know. I feel like I'm sitting 3 feet closer than when I started. Okay, let me call my mom. I have no clue why she got me a shower curtain. Maybe it's just to be nice. Maybe it's like because it's one of those things you trade out every once in a while.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. Hi, how are you?
Good. Can you mute that? Can you pause that? Can you mute that?
Oh my goodness, I did it. All right. All right. The little button is hard to find on my very old iPad. And even Emily said, "Did you get a new iPad yet?" Like everybody just, you know what?
Well, Mother's Day is coming up soon, so if you buy it, I'll wrap it.
Yeah.
I could pay
I
for
love that.
Yeah, I can pay for shipping. No,
That's very
no,
funny.
I can go and pick it up. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah. If I fill up your gas tank.
Yeah. If you then pay $140 to fill up the gas tank. I'm doing an unboxing, and is this what you sent? It's a shower curtain?
Uh-huh. So when we bought your shower curtain, I thought it hung too short. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't even know kind of what I bought for you. I wanted it to be longer. I wanted it to be as long as the ones that we have here.
Mm-hmm.
So I measured the ones here, and then I ordered the 72-inch. So hopefully that is longer than what you have, because I don't think yours even goes to the floor.
It sits right there. It sits right at the lip.
Yeah, see, it wasn't long enough.
Yeah,
I wanted it a
right.
little bit longer so that the water didn't go outside of the shower. So either the shower rod was put in too high, and 72 is the longest you can get, and that's what you have in your hands right now is a 72.
Oh, wow.
Or I bought something too small, and now you have the right size curtain.
Well, thank you very much. And I thought it was going to be a rainbow thing. In fact, I said earlier, I says, rainbow shower curtain. Is she trying to tell me something
No, that's
about...
just the name.
Is she trying to tell me something about myself or her?
No. No, I picked out a cool color because it's such a cool bathroom.
Yeah, thank you.
I was going to try and get... I was trying to get more gold-ish, but more gold is kind of girly, so I don't know.
No, it's great.
Just try it. We're not... And you should change your shower curtain every once in a while because they start to look yucky.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was something like that. Well, thank you very much. You're on the podcast right now.
What?
You're on the podcast right now.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Ugh.
But if you were...
Here, I'll say something. I'll say something that you can't put on the podcast. That way it won't go on the podcast.
Okay, yeah, let's pretend you're on the podcast. What would you say?
Okay, so you can't put this on because it's a family secret. But your nephew, when you say so you can't put that on the podcast because your sister and brother-in-law and mother would kill you.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Well, he's very bright and he's very aware of where everything is.
Right. And to keep him from exploring anything, we have to say
oh my goodness, is that true?
yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's the sweetest boy. He likes to, you know what his favorite thing is? He sits on my lap.
Aw. That's
Isn't
very
that
nice.
something?
Yeah, that's very nice. He is very, very, very good.
And Emily even said to me, he doesn't do that to me. I'm like, well, and she was standing right there and he's sitting on my lap.
Aw, good. I'm so glad.
Yeah. So those are things you cannot put on a public podcast. So now I know I'm not on it.
I forgot to tell you, I'm live streaming this. It's live. No, it's
live
not.
streaming is Thursday. I know your schedule.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the shower curtain. Bye-bye.
Okay. And did you put the filter on yet?
No, I will though. I have to.
You're a dork. Okay, get this going.
Yeah, I will.
Freshen up your bathroom a little bit. Get you just got the new haircut. You got lots of great information. Put the filter in, put a new shower curtain on, and feel like $1 million.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
Love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye. So that was nice. So she did just get it because she's nice. That's exactly how I thought it would go. Yeah, thank you so much for joining, everybody. I guess I have a couple of teaser stories for next episode, next week. Holy cow, it's bright in here. Just like a lot of yours futures. Just like a lot of yours futures. Thank you so much for joining. I have 2 stories for next week. I have the story where I got robbed outside of El Faro, and then there was another one. What the heck was the other one? I'm gonna remember it. And thank you. This has been episode 15 of Big Whoop. I appreciate you tuning in, and there's more stuff coming. There's good stuff coming on the way, and I appreciate you being around and being along for the ride. Hit the like, follow, subscribe button wherever you're listening, and reach out. I still have these hats. Check out bigwhoopshow.com, bigwhoopshow.com, and have a wonderful week. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.